Wednesday, August 1st, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at a spectacular blood moon that was witnessed last night around 11 p.m. from right out here in southeast Phoenix. But first, just a quick update. We're 14 days now into the unique planetary arrangement where all of the planets are sharing one side of the sun. It will be like that for the remainder of the month of August into the first week of September. Another actually just a little over 5 full weeks left of this unique planetary arrangement. What we're watching for, like we watch every day, we're just looking for unique events around planet Earth, especially with regard to volcanoes. Yesterday, we noticed some unique seismic activity at Mount Fury in Ethiopia, which is normally very, very quiet. The signature on the seismographs that you could see here at the website showed what looked like some sort of a long duration, intense pulse. Today, though, it's the complete opposite. Around the globe at the moment, everything is incredibly quiet. Not much going on anywhere in the world with regard to seismic activity. That's not necessarily a bad thing. The blood moon last night, taken from right out here in Gilbert, Arizona, southeast Phoenix. And I'm sure that these moons, based off of what I'm about to share with you, can be spotted on clear nights just about anywhere west of Africa. And I'll show you what I mean. This is from last night at 11:15 p.m. looking east, and the skies were very, very clear from southeast Phoenix. Look at that moon. Looks like something you would see in a lunar eclipse. That was an incredible sight. Here's another picture here. This one's a little blurry, but I wanted to share it anyway because these are unedited. I have not touched these in any way. These are as they were given to me. So incredible. So I know if they're visible out here in Arizona, based off of the conditions, the atmospheric conditions, they're visible in many, many other places with regard to these blood moons if the skies are clear and free of clouds. There's another look at the moon as it was a little lower on the horizon. These photographs were taken with a Canon Rebel T2i. Once again, it was around 11:15, 11:20 p.m. last night in the eastern sky. Photos taken from Arizona out here in southeast Phoenix. But the reason that these moons, we just saw one from Oklahoma City, sent in by Earthly Patriot. They saw the same moon on July 29th, just a couple of days ago. The reason we're seeing these moons, there's a good shot there. That's a nice, well-focused image. Look at that. I mean, that's even a darker orangish red than you would see in a lunar eclipse. But anyway, here's the reason why we're seeing these blood moons. There's the culprit. And this dust is making its way all through the United States, all around the northern hemisphere. And to be honest, I think it's more than likely having an effect on your upper respiratory. If you have allergies, it's probably causing eye irritants and things like that, because people in North America aren't used to sands of the Sahara. So it's probably affecting people, with regard to allergies. I know 2 members of my family have had pink eye in the last 10 days. And I know that's, something that's contagious. It happens. I get that. But a lot of people having allergy issues and things like that. And we're seeing all this dust in the sky. We're seeing dust here in Arizona, and it's not our local dust. It's traveling 6,000 miles from the Sahara. This is a recent image, a still image from nullschool.net. This is a very large cloud that just came off of the west coast of Africa. That's over 1,300 miles wide, and it's headed towards the U.S. Be over here in a few days, and there's already dust up in here now. And that's why Earthly Patriot saw the blood moon from Oklahoma City, the dust from the Sahara. And it's not showing any signs of going away anytime soon. In fact, if you look at both the western and eastern hemispheres, it almost appears to be strengthening. A couple of days ago in a video, a slim possibility for the development of a tropical storm, because the Gulf of Mexico is very warm right now, and it doesn't appear to be loaded with dust like it has been the last couple of weeks. But this here is an exceptionally big cloud that's on its way from the far eastern Atlantic, and it's moving to the west, and that's the biggest one that I've seen yet, and we've been following this for a good month. That's huge. The green represents dust particulates, and you can see out here in Arizona, that's dust from the Sahara. All of this green is. It's moving towards Hawaii. It may or may not be visible, depends on the day. It was visible yesterday evening from out here in southeast Phoenix, and it was visible this morning. In fact, I took a little video and some pictures of the sky right here, and you can see the dust in the sky around the sun, or at least the sun kind of enhances it so you can see it. But we definitely have Sahara sand out here. Very fine dust particulates. And I think it irritates the eyes, the nose, possibly, your lungs. It's something that we're just not used to. So, I don't know. I think it almost would probably create allergy-like symptoms if it's exceptionally thick or it lingers for a very long time. But there's the culprit. That's why we're seeing these blood moons across the United States. The sands of the Sahara. If you go here to the website, go down to the lower right, click on the Goes East, and that's the in color image of the Earth, real time. You can see there it is in real time. And it is there's a clear opening now in the Gulf of Mexico. And that's why I mentioned, based off of what we're looking at here, these are the current sea surface temperatures. In the Gulf of Mexico, it's like literal bathwater. 89.6 degrees. All of these dark red, dark orange colors that look like the blood moon in this video. And again, I want to emphasize these photographs of the blood moon have not been edited. That is exactly how I received them, and that's how they were taken last night. Look at that. Unedited. Guaranteed. That's how I got it. And I even went ahead and left this one up, even though it was a little bit blurry. That's exactly how I received it. So that's what they saw in the sky. Pretty incredible. But once again, that's being caused by an atmospheric optical, because of the sand in the atmosphere. It's making the sun appear this color. Or I'm sorry, not the sun, the moon. And you can see dust, though, around the sun in the sky. Not literally around the sun, but the sun makes it more apparent. And it's all through the United States in the northern hemisphere. And there's a thick cloud headed this way. But right now, there is an opening in this area. It's kind of clear. And there could be at least a chance for tropical storm development in the Gulf of Mexico, possibly the Caribbean. I'm not saying conditions are perfect for the formation of these storms. I'm just saying that there's no dust at the moment that's going to stop the development of tropical storms. But they are forming in the Pacific Ocean at a pretty high rate. There's yet another one forecasted for the first part of next week to form in the far western Pacific, headed towards Japan once again. Absolutely incredible. Also looking at one here at VentureSky.com that could form and go towards the Big Island of Hawaii. Right now, it's forecasted to go just south of the Big Island. I'm talking about the eye wall, about 60 miles south of the Big Island of Hawaii as a Cat 3. And again, this is a forecasted model that can and will change. And let me show you something with regard to this storm you're looking at right here. There's multiple storms forecasted for next week in the Pacific. The majority of them will be no problem as far as any type of landfall, except this one here that's right now predicted to be a Cat 3 headed towards Japan again. But what it does, this is let's show you, go back on Saturday. You can see this one forms well east and just to the south of Hawaii. This one is well east and to the south of Japan. Step it forward to Sunday. They both move to the west and increase in strength. That's a Category 2, and this is a small Category 1 at the moment. Then we go to Monday. Moves forward and gains strength. That's still a Category 1. This one jumps up to a Cat 2. Go to Tuesday. Goes towards the direction of Tokyo, just north of Tokyo, as a Category 3 hurricane. The one near Hawaii stays on course to be just south of the Big Island, and right now it's upgraded to a Category 2. Let's go to Wednesday. Category 3 hurricane, in fact a strong Category 3 hurricane. That's changed in the last 30 minutes, by the way. Just south of the Big Island, Wednesday of next week. This is a week out, so things can and will change. But you can see the outer edge right now of that storm just skimming the south end of the Big Island as a strong Category 3 hurricane. That's very, very unprecedented. The one over here with regard to Japan makes a hard right-hand turn as a strong Category 2, actually a Category 3. Go back and I'll show you. It's headed right towards Tokyo and then veers off to the right at the last minute. Watch this. Step it up, say 10 hours. See how it turns right? As a Cat 3, 130 mile an hour winds. It's being steered up by the currents. If this one gets steered up like that one, they could see a landfall. A lot could change. It could go south. It could go north. It could stay on course and go just south of the Big Island. And that's the plan right now. As a Category 3 hurricane, we look at Thursday. They've got it going to the north just as it passes the Big Island, but still no landfall. But there's not much room for error here. And what I mean by that is if it moves even 1 or 2 degrees to the north, you could see a Cat 3 landfall on the Big Island a week from today. So that's a big, strong storm. But again, a lot can change between now and then. But right now, the models are showing a possible Category 3 storm in the direction of the Big Island of Hawaii by this time next week. And hopefully that will, that forecasted model will stay the same and continue south or possibly even go north. But right now, these trade winds look like they're going to influence it to the south just a little. But again, forecasts can and will change. We're keeping an eye on this big dust cloud that's moving across the Atlantic headed towards the U.S. Wildfires in California. They're slowly but surely getting a handle on these things. That's a massive task. There's over 10,000 firefighters fighting fires right now in the state of California alone. And there's wildfires all over the Southwest out here in Oregon, up in Washington, even southeastern Oklahoma now, Texas, Arizona, Colorado, Utah. Just unbelievable. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for now. Big dust cloud causing unbelievable blood moons in the sky that are even darker than you would see with regard to a full lunar eclipse. Very impressive. Thanks for the photos, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Have a super day. Be safe out there.